Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakat. All praise belongs to Allah. Arabic, Sin Arabic, Ba Arabic, Het Arabic, Alif Arabic, Noon Arabic, Ha Arabic, Waw Arabic, Ta Arabic, Tain Arabic, Alif Arabic, Lam Arabic Alif Maksura, who created marriage as a source of tranquility, love, and mercy between husband and wife. Peace and blessings be upon our beloved Prophet, Muhammad DFA, who taught humanity the highest standards of kindness, compassion, and respect in every aspect of life, including marriage. My dear brothers and sisters, when people speak about marriage in Islam, they often focus on rights and responsibilities, financial support, family leadership, and raising children. While these are important topics, there is another aspect of marriage that Islam also addresses with wisdom and balance: emotional and physical intimacy between spouses. Unfortunately, many misconceptions exist regarding this subject. Some people assume that intimacy is only about the needs of the husband. Others believe that discussing a wife's emotional and physical well-being is unnecessary. However, when we study the teachings of Islam and the example of the Prophet Muhammad DFA, we find a very different picture. Islam recognizes that both husband and wife have emotional and physical needs. Marriage is not meant to be a one-sided relationship where only one person's feelings matter. Instead, it is a partnership built upon mutual love, compassion, understanding, and consideration. Allah describes spouses in the Quran as garments for one another. A garment provides comfort, protection, warmth, and closeness. This beautiful description reminds us that marriage is meant to bring peace and security to both individuals. My dear brothers and sisters, one of the greatest principles of Islamic marriage is kindness. The Prophet Muhammad DFA repeatedly encouraged men to treat their wives with gentleness and respect. He taught that the best among believers are those who are best to their families and spouses. Kindness is not limited to financial support or polite speech. It includes emotional care, attentiveness, and consideration for a spouse's feelings and needs. A husband should strive to understand his wife, communicate with her respectfully, and ensure that she feels valued and appreciated. Physical intimacy is also part of this kindness. Islam does not view intimacy as a selfish act. Rather, it is an expression of affection, connection, and mercy between husband and wife. It strengthens the marital bond and helps create emotional closeness. A healthy marriage requires consideration for both spouses. Just as a husband has needs and feelings, a wife also has needs and feelings that deserve attention and respect. Ignoring one spouse's emotional or physical well-being can create distance within the relationship. My dear brothers and sisters, the Prophet DFA demonstrated remarkable sensitivity toward the feelings of his wives. He listened to them, spent time with them, joked with them, and showed affection openly. His example teaches us that successful marriages are built upon communication and emotional connection. Many marital problems arise not because of a lack of love, but because of a lack of understanding. Husbands and wives sometimes assume that their spouse automatically knows what they need. In reality, healthy communication is essential. Spouses should feel comfortable discussing concerns, expectations, and feelings with one another in a respectful manner. When communication improves, understanding grows. When understanding grows, love and harmony increase. Islam encourages spouses to create an atmosphere of trust where both individuals feel heard and respected. A wife's emotional and physical needs matter in Islam. This is an important truth that reflects the balance, mercy, and justice that Islam brings to family life and marriage. Unfortunately, some people view marriage only through the lens of responsibilities and obligations, while overlooking the emotional and physical well-being of spouses. When Islamic teachings are studied carefully, it becomes clear that marriage is not intended to be a one-sided relationship where only one person's needs receive attention. Rather, it is a partnership built upon love, compassion, understanding, and mutual care. Both husband and wife have rights, feelings, and needs that deserve recognition and respect. The Quran describes the relationship between spouses with beautiful language that highlights closeness and comfort. Husband and wife are meant to support one another emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Marriage is intended to be a source of tranquility, where both individuals find peace and companionship. This tranquility cannot exist if one spouse consistently ignores the needs of the other. Emotional care is not an optional part of marriage, it is one of its essential foundations. A wife needs to feel valued, respected, appreciated, and loved. These feelings contribute to emotional security and strengthen the bond between spouses. Emotional needs often include affection, communication, understanding, and reassurance. Every person wants to know that they matter to those closest to them. A wife should feel that her thoughts, concerns, and feelings are important. When a husband listens attentively, speaks kindly, and shows genuine interest in his wife's well-being, he helps create an atmosphere of trust and connection. Such behavior reflects the character encouraged by Islam. Good communication reduces misunderstandings and strengthens mutual respect. It allows both spouses to feel heard and appreciated rather than neglected or dismissed. The example of Muhammad F.D.F. provides valuable lessons regarding emotional care within marriage. He treated his wives with kindness, patience, and affection. He spent time with them, listened to them, and showed concern for their feelings. His interactions demonstrate that emotional closeness is an important aspect of a healthy marriage. He understood that strong relationships are built not only through fulfilling obligations, but also through expressing care and maintaining meaningful communication. His example teaches that kindness toward one's spouse is a sign of good character and strong faith. Physical needs are also an important part of marriage in Islam. Human beings are created with emotional and physical dimensions, and both deserve attention. Islam does not treat physical intimacy as something shameful or unimportant. Instead, it recognizes intimacy as a natural and meaningful part of marriage. Physical closeness helps strengthen the marital bond and provides comfort, affection, and companionship. It contributes to the emotional connection between spouses and supports the stability of the family. A wife's physical needs are not ignored in Islamic teachings. Just as a husband has needs and feelings, a wife also has needs and feelings that matter. Marriage is intended to benefit both spouses, not just one. Physical intimacy should involve mutual care, respect, and consideration. When one spouse consistently disregards the needs of the other, resentment and emotional distance can develop. Islam encourages spouses to be attentive and considerate, recognizing that mutual satisfaction and understanding contribute to marital harmony. One reason this topic is important is that cultural attitudes sometimes overshadow Islamic principles. In certain societies, discussions about a wife's emotional and physical needs may be neglected or considered unimportant. Some people mistakenly assume that the husband's needs take priority while the wife's concerns can be ignored. Such attitudes do not reflect the balanced approach taught by Islam. The religion emphasizes fairness and mutual rights. Both spouses deserve kindness, respect, and consideration. A marriage flourishes when each person seeks not only to receive care, but also to provide it. Compassion plays a central role in meeting a wife's emotional and physical needs. Compassion involves recognizing another person's feelings and responding with understanding and kindness. A compassionate husband pays attention to his wife's emotional state and seeks to support her during difficult times. He celebrates her successes, comforts her during hardships, and makes an effort to understand her perspective. This kind of emotional support strengthens trust and helps create a loving environment within the home. Physical intimacy is most meaningful when it is connected to emotional closeness. When spouses treat each other with kindness and communicate openly, their relationship becomes stronger in every dimension. Emotional security allows physical intimacy to become an expression of affection and trust rather than merely a routine activity. Islam encourages spouses to approach one another with gentleness and respect, recognizing that emotional and physical well-being are interconnected. Another important aspect of meeting a wife's needs is appreciation. People naturally want their efforts and contributions to be acknowledged. A wife often invests significant time and energy into supporting her family, managing responsibilities, and contributing to the household. Expressions of gratitude and appreciation help reinforce her sense of value and belonging. Simple words of kindness, thoughtful actions, and consistent respect can have a profound impact on emotional well-being. Islam encourages believers to show gratitude and treat others with excellence, especially those closest to them. Meeting emotional and physical needs also requires patience and understanding. Every individual is different. People have different personalities, communication styles, and emotional experiences. Successful marriages are built on a willingness to learn about one another and adapt to each other's needs. This process takes time and effort. It involves listening, compromising, and striving to improve. Islam encourages believers to practice patience and to approach relationships with sincerity and good intentions. The emphasis on a wife's emotional and physical needs reflects the broader Islamic vision of marriage as a relationship of mercy and balance. Marriage is not simply a legal contract or a set of obligations. It is a partnership in which both individuals support one another and work together to build a peaceful and loving home. Emotional care, physical intimacy, communication, compassion, and respect all contribute to this goal. When spouses fulfill each other's rights and remain mindful of each other's needs, they create an environment where love and trust can grow. Islam teaches that the quality of a person's faith is reflected in how they treat others, particularly their family members. A husband who shows kindness, consideration, and care toward his wife demonstrates qualities that are highly valued in Islam. By recognizing and responding to a wife's emotional and physical needs, he contributes to the strength of the marriage and the well-being of the family. This balanced approach reflects the wisdom of Islamic teachings and highlights the importance of mercy, fairness, and mutual respect in one of life's most important relationships. My dear brothers and sisters, the teachings of Islam regarding intimacy remind us that marriage is built upon mercy. Love grows through kindness, trust grows through honesty, emotional closeness grows through communication. Physical closeness grows through mutual care and respect. When husbands and wives follow the example of the Prophet Muhammad DFA, they create relationships based on compassion rather than selfishness, understanding rather than conflict, and cooperation rather than resentment. May Allah bless all marriages with love, mercy, understanding, and tranquility. May He help husbands and wives fulfill each other's rights with sincerity and kindness. May He place barakah in our homes and make our relationships a means of drawing closer to Him. Ameen.